Hey there guys, PortalMaster9351 here, and in this video, I'm going to be describing the full Skylanders Imaginators poster to you guys. So, you may have already seen today, and I do apologize for this taking so long, that the full poster has now been seen in high resolution. Now, the reason I'm doing this video this way, which I'll explain in a minute, is because I do not want to get a copyright strike, and this is my way around it. Now, if you want to hear my commentary on the poster, stay tuned until tomorrow morning, when, if the videos from other people are still up, I will make a video on this topic actually showing the poster. For now, you're just going to have to bear with me because this is the best that I can do. So, I'm going to talk about these characters and I'm going to explain what they look like, and that's going to have to be it for now. But like I said, stay tuned for the morning and I'll actually show you these guys. So, anyways, first up, we've got Blastertron. Blastertron himself, completely unchanged. He is a knight, but Blastertron himself looks no different. Now, in his right hand, he has a large sword held above his head in a very battle-like position. It is swung back over his head. He's kind of holding it like this in one hand, and he's ready to swing it. And it does look stylistically themed after Blastertron. So that's Blastertron. For Buckshot, it is still very unclear what species Buckshot is. However, he's a scrawny little skinny thing. He is not very large whatsoever. He's a bowslinger, as we had figured. He does have two large horns, though, and he does look a tad bit redesigned than when we first saw him. Now, his bow. He does not actually have bowstrings on there, from what I can see in this image. It is gold. And he's got it held out in front of him at arm's length, and he has a purple arrow ready to be fired from his bow at a moment's notice. So, very battle-like position, but he's very, like I said, he's very skinny, and his back is actually kind of arched, kind of like this. I don't know, it's kind of odd. It's a very odd posture. Let's see. For Flare Wolf, this isn't too much to add, but we can see that behind his figure, he does have a little bit of fire coming off, so he's got some sort of a fiery tail. Pretty cool. Nothing really new, though, in terms of that. For Chain Reaction, so Chain Reaction is sort of this bearded-looking guy. His face is pretty much no different than when we first saw him, although he does kind of have like a smile on his face. Now, he is a swashbuckler, as we knew already, and he has two wooden swords with chainsaws on them. He is ready to fight. He is ready to pretty much mow down some enemies with his swords. Now, I don't know if he'll sort of be like a quickly attacking character, or if he'll slow it more like go, I don't really know. But either way, two swords out like this, you can see out like this, and he's ready to go. As for Robo, so Robo looks the same body-wise as we knew. Although he does appear to have some sort of a feather sticking out of his hood. Now, he's actually turned a different way than the, what's it called? Why can I not think of it? Why can I not think of it? Why can I not think of his name? Buckshot. So, Buckshot is kind of like this. Well, Robo is like he's ready to fire it off at an angle. He's got it held out, once again, at arm's length, and he's got sort of like, it kind of looks like a metal arrow, or a metal, but you know, arrow body, and then like a screw for the tip of the arrow. So it's a very technological arrow. So it's actually a pretty cool little concept. But yeah, you can see he's got that one blue eye in the center of his face, and it is a pretty cool looking character. As for Life, we're going to move on to Boom Bloom. So Boom Bloom, of course, is our ninja. Now, she's got those she's actually a lot skinnier, I think, than was depicted originally. She's at a very battle-ready stance. So she's kind of like, her legs are kind of like positioned forwards, like she's ready to swing into, like, to basically to pounce on someone. It's kind of the way her legs are positioned. And then one hand is out like this, out in front of her. One hand is behind her, holding a thorn whip. So, she's going to be a little bit different than a normal ninja because she doesn't have throwing stars. She's got a whip. So, pretty cool concept, if you ask me. Let's keep going. So, as for Wildstorm, Wildstorm is basically like this. He's actually, wait, hold on. No, he's like this, sorry. So, he's actually He's right-handed once again, but his one hand is like stuck out in front of him, and his sword is drawn and ready to go into battle. So it's actually a really awesome looking sword. So you've got the hilt of the sword, and he's got it held by the hilt of the sword, and then it curves back, and it's got a blue gem in the center of the sword, and then the sword goes up, and then at the very end it splits. So there's like a little triangular notch down the middle of the sword. So it's actually 2 prongs on the end of it. So Wildstorm is not going to be like hack and slash, but he's probably also going to have a lot of stabbing, because that's what that split is there for. Bad Juju, normal character design, looks exactly like we've seen her before. She is basically just hovering up. She's actually kind of small. She's small. She's bigger than Airstrike, but smaller than Wildstorm. Her blades are held in her hands, and she's kind of got her arms held back behind her. So it's almost like she's kind of like a backhanded, sort of swashbuckler. It's a very interesting concept. Tidepool, we pretty much have an understanding of what Tidepool looks like at this point. Graveclobber's pretty straightforward. He's like this. This is Graveclobber, except his fists are the size of my body, essentially. Like, to scale. Like, his fists are the size of his chest. It is big. He is really ready to brawl, and I mean, very fitting for him to be a brawler. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the description of these guys. Now, once again, I do apologize for not actually being able to show these guys to you yet, but I will tomorrow. I just really don't want to risk getting a copyright strike. But yeah, like I said, I will have the video up tomorrow, assuming that nothing happens to those other people's videos. I've got a little bit more that's going to be coming tonight, so stay tuned for more. But for now, this has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!